I'll tell you what, guys, working here in Europe the past couple of weeks, definitely a weird experience because of the time change. I mean, when you're in France, it's a 6 hour difference because the French have to be different about everything. Anywhere else in the United Kingdom, it's a 5 hour difference versus East Coast time. So, to give you an example, today I was taking my son on a European rock tour where they pick you up early in the morning. So I had to get up at 5:30 in the morning. So I'm up at 5:30 in the morning here in London, and I go online and I go to see the scores. There are still West Coast games still being played. This is different than waking up in Vegas when it's 10 o'clock in the morning on an NFL Sunday and seeing the opening kickoffs. I mean, totally, totally bizarre. Here I am doing this video report for you. We've already done the tour, been home a couple of hours. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And now I'm suddenly doing the report I normally would be doing. If you're East Coast, of course, it's about 9:45 in the morning. So very different, definitely being on the across the ocean. I do find it would be advantageous, though, to be a full-time handicapper over here because just imagine, I mean, you would have like your entire day free and then you wouldn't have to handicap and put on your plays until like after dinner. I mean, there is some appeal to that, though. I will have to consider that. By the way, here is your rock and roll trivia tidbit of the day. Found out today, why did Jimi Hendrix set his guitar on fire? Because the first time he played here in London, all the groups, all the individuals, they all had a certain thing that set them apart. So right before he went on, the guy that was promoting the show asked his manager, what's Jimmy going to do to set himself apart? Well, he set himself apart certainly by putting the guitar on fire. Da-da. So next time Alex Trebek asks you on Jeopardy, you can now say, I gave you that answer if you didn't go on the tour. Okay, guys, let's get rolling here with your Sunday video report, the good stuff. Well, let's talk about the bad stuff. Yesterday, unfortunately, the charity play of the week, looking to win it for the 8th time in 11 weeks. The only thing charitable about it was the number of runs that Jake Peavy and the Chicago White Sox gave up in a loss to Kansas City, as Matt Rivers, who was going for another 400,000 star winner, went down in flames, unfortunately. So, I mean, it happens sometimes. I would prefer to win the charity play of the week every single week more than some of the handicappers with their own best bets, more than my own best bets, to be honest with you. But for Matt this week, he had 2 plays that I had as featured plays. One was a $5 play, which of course you all got and won. One was the charity play, which all lost. So unfortunately, that's the way it goes. In just a moment, I will give you all the details on how you can get 1 week of the Insider Money Move service, and I'll give you a brief description of it as well, for just $5. It'll save you $144. That's coming up in a moment, plus free picks as well. I'm going to take a look at the rubber game of the White Sox. No, not actually the rubber game, because the White Sox have lost the first 2. It's the Kansas City-Chicago game today at Kauffman Stadium. And also take a look at tonight's preseason game in Pittsburgh between the Steelers and the Colts. That's coming up in a moment. First of all, congratulations going up to Shawn Michaels, who yesterday hit his first ever 100-dime NFL preseason play as he scored easily with the Houston Texans in a 20-9 rout of San Francisco at Reliance Stadium. He is now 3-1 so far this preseason, but more importantly, in football, pro and college, the past 3 years, $10 bettors have won $7,975 following Shawn's football releases. And today, he has preseason winner number 4 out of 5 going, and it's another 50-dime play here in the preseason 50-dime winner number 3 out of 4. It's on Pittsburgh and Indianapolis tonight, but guys, it is not it's not the side. It is the total for this contest. He feels the over-under, which is like 37.5 to 38 points, is the best bet in tonight's card. And it's funny, I'm looking at his site today and I'm looking at what he wrote. And, it's pretty much what I've always said to you many, many times jokingly over the years. It's not like you bet a total as opposed to a side and you go up to the window and they say, oh, I'm sorry, Al, we can't pay you as much money for that winner. There is no difference, guys, between betting the side and the total. A win is a win when they pay you off, and everybody can bet totals. Now, listen, granted, 20 years ago, sometimes, depending on the book, and I'm not talking about here in Vegas, I'm not talking about, there was no internet back then. I'm talking about local books. Some local books didn't want to be bothered by totals. But I mean, that's like the dinosaur age, okay? So anyway, that's what Sean has going today. His one and only 50 dime preseason total of the year, 50 dime winner number 3 out of 4 so far here in the NFL, and preseason winner number 4 out of 5. If you're interested in the side selection, may I suggest Scott Delaney, who not only is going for his 4th consecutive NFL winner, but his 4th consecutive 30 dime winner as well in the NFL. I think the first 3 covered by combined like 57 or 58 points. Yesterday's 30 dime winner was the Giants just walloping the Jets. Thursday night he had the Cleveland Browns 3-point dog outright, remember, at Green Bay by double digits, and he had Seattle over Tennessee in week number 1 2 Saturdays ago. So he's got a big play going today. Craig Davis on another run of his runs with those 50 dime plays. He's in baseball today. Yankees and Red Sox. 50 dime winner number 9 out of 10 going today for Craig Davis with those 50 dime releases. So those are among the handicappers that have big plays today. I would be remiss of me if I didn't point out the one loser yesterday. You may recall I gave you a free pick on the Chicago Bears. Well, the Bears won yesterday against Washington. They won by 2, laying a point to a point and a half. Unfortunately, Anthony Redd had his biggest preseason play so far, 75 dimer on the Redskins last night, who despite a furious fourth quarter rally could not get within the number, so that was a loser for him. Now, guys, let me quickly talk about the Insider Money Move service. This is a service. I haven't given away any type of discounted offer on this in a number of months. This week, since Tuesday, this betting week, it's 12-5-2 in baseball and football combined. You know, a lot of guys in this business say, oh, I've got inside information. Total malarkey. There is no such thing as inside information. It's total BS. It's a sales and marketing hype tool that dinosaurs of this business, the 800 salespeople, will constantly use. It amazes me how radio stations allow those ridiculous ads. I've got inside information to go out on the airways when it's just totally fraudulent. They know nothing more than me or you if we sat down and researched something on the internet. That's the honest to God's truth, guys. There's no such thing as inside information. The other thing you will hear many of these con artists say is, you know, we've got late scheme moves. Oh yeah, what they're doing? They're sitting in front of a line service, and when the line service changes to red, they go, oh, that's a late scheme move. Insider Money Moves is the real deal, and I'm going to explain to you quickly here what's different about it. From our guys in Vegas, we get the plays of the big gamblers and the big syndicates. And yes, guys, there are betting syndicates, okay? They do exist. We get those plays, the plays that truly move the number. We get them, and we pass them on to you via the Insider Money Move service. Now, it's not for everybody, okay? Unlike being a handicapper where we can release our plays a number of hours early, the Insider Money Move plays, well, someday you might have 1 play, some days you might have 6 plays, some days they come out 25 minutes before kickoff or the first pitch, sometimes they come out 6 minutes before the first pitch or opening kickoff. That's the way it runs. They can only come out when somebody makes the move. We report it to you. Now, there are 4 ways that you can get these plays. You can sit here online and you can watch the screen refresh itself, but I wouldn't recommend it. You can get the plays sent to you by email, but you know, email, even though you may have your smartphone, email is not only 100% reliable. The 2 ways that I think are best, and you can pick all 4 methods, guys. There's no extra charge here, okay? 2 ways I think best: text messaging. You get a text when the play comes through, although I will tell you, not every wireless carrier delivers its texts in an expedited fashion. Sometimes text, especially on busy days when there's a lot of volume of text being sent out, sometimes texts take you 5 minutes to get there. I think the best way is you get an automatic phone call. You put in the phone number you want. You can be a home number, cell number, work number, whatever. The minute the play comes out, within 30 seconds, you get a phone call telling you what the play is. How easy is that? Again, try all 4 methods. Try one of them. It doesn't matter, because here's the deal. Normally, the Insider Money Move service is $149 for 7 days. You can get 7 days of the service for $5 simply by using this coupon code. MOVE144. MOVE 144. MOVE 144. MOVE 144. MOVE 144. No space between MOVE and 144. You go on your shopping cart, you put in 7 days in Insider Money Move service. You then use this coupon, MOVE144. You will get 7 days for $5. This gives you a chance to sample it, to see if it's for you. It's not for everybody, guys. And I wanted to do it today because next week the bulk of your preseason football is on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I wanted to make sure that you got all that action, okay? So Move 144, it'll save you $144. You get 7 days for $5. By the way, on the Insider Money Moves page here on the site, I have a video that goes into a further explanation of it. As well. So there you go. Now let's talk about your free picks. First of all, in the NFL tonight, you've got the Steelers -4 at home against the Colts. The Colts played great last week at home, 38-3 rout of St. Louis. The Rams were just pathetic in that contest, and yet the Rams go last night and they beat Kansas City. So you never know what goes on in the preseason. It really is a crapshoot sometimes. Listen, the Steelers' first-string defense played very, very little against Philadelphia in a road loss last week. Steelers, interesting, off-field scenario here tonight. Bruce Arians, who was more or less fired as the Steelers offensive coordinator after 5 years during the offseason, is the new offensive coordinator for the Indianapolis Colts and for Andrew Luck. Luck, of course, played exceptionally well last week against St. Louis, 10 of 16, 188 yards, 2 touchdowns. But Curtis Painter, not Curtis Painter. But overall, the Colts played well. It was their defense that played so strong in that game, held the Rams to 215 total yards in the contest. Now, forget about the fact that the Colts are only 6-26 straight up in their last 32 preseason games. Because keep in mind, when Tony Dungy was coach, when Jim Caldwell was coach, when Peyton Manning was quarterback, they didn't give a damn about the preseason. It's a whole new ball game in Indianapolis, starting with Luck and Chuck Pagano, their new head coach. As for the Steelers, they're banged up at running back. Mendenhall is out. Chris Rainey and a second-year guy by the name of Baron Batch is most likely going to be seen most of the time at running back. Jonathan Dwyer will play some as well. Isaac Redman is out for the contest. James Harrison on defense is out. Charlie Batch is going to relieve Roethlisberger. He's going to be followed by Gerald Johnson. Last week, the rotation was, instead of Batch, Byron Leftwich, who will not play tonight. I like the Steelers quarterback rotation here. I like them to win here in their home opener, and I just don't think the Colts really were that impressive, even though they ran up the points against St. Louis last week. I think the Rams' inability to do anything in that game really gave you a deceptive final score. So I'd be willing to lay the 4 points with Pittsburgh. Then in baseball today, guys, I'm going to take Kansas City. I like the Royals. They've won 9-4 yesterday, 4-2 on Friday night. They've won 8 of their last 11 overall, 5 of their last 6 at home, 12 of their last 18 games, no matter the location. Going with Jeremy Guthrie today. First few starts after being acquired by the Royals from Colorado, he stunk. But he's turned it around here. 15 scoreless innings and winning his last 2 starts. Matter of fact, in 3 August starts, he's allowed just 3 runs in 21 innings of work. White Sox batting just 184 with runners in scoring position in this series so far this season. They're going with Jose Quintana, and I can't tell you anything bad about Jose Quintana. You look at this rookie's numbers on the road, how he's done this season. They've been all very, very solid, if not spectacular at times. But this is a young guy who has thrown over 100 pitches in 8 of his last 9 starts. I got to think he's going to hit the wall here sooner or later, and the Royals are playing with confidence as well. Guthrie just beat them 2 starts ago, beating Quintana, in fact, 2-1 in that decision. So I'm going to go with Kansas City in baseball, and I'm going to go ahead and take the Steelers in football. That'll do it, guys. Best of luck to you all, and I'll catch you again on Monday.